Me guys, just finishing my dinner. It's hot too. Well, how's it, guys? And you guys have been all chatting for ages already. My goodness. Got quiche tonight. Quite a yummy one, actually. Right. Just about done. Just bear with me, guys. Oh, it's hot, hot, hot. I'm burning my tongue. I won't be able to talk to you. So rude eating in front of you all, eh? All right. Done. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. Man, you guys have been in for ages already. Right. I've got to get me pen and paper out already. Blimmin' Mad Kiwi's already done a super chat there before we even started. Blimmin' heck, mate, you're a legend. Mad Kiwi. I haven't even got my... I'm so unorganised tonight. It's crazy. Right, that pile there for super chats. Mad Kiwi, this pile here for patrons and members. G'day, Phil. Phil with 2 L's, mate. It's looking like you're not a member anymore, buddy. That's a little bit weird. Did that can on you or something? Robot123. How's it, buddy? And Hajek Family Antics. My latest, newest patron. Welcome, mate. Sorry I didn't pick up on it last week. That email came through a bit late, but thanks, mate, for the latest patronage, man. So we'll get you down for the end of stream. Hajek Family. And I am way off the chats now. So we have, we've got Strange As in the house as well. And Jades. How's it, brother? How's that new little dredge going? And I'm pretty sure you're on a claim, aren't you? Jacob is in the house. Evening, Jacob. Welcome along. Digger Mike is in the house. Digger Mike. Welcome, buddy. Who else have we got in the house here? Everybody's coming in. Off-Grid Power. How's it, mate? Been a while. It has been a while. What's the time over here? It is exactly, it's 8:04 now. Who else is in the house? Sorry, I'm just getting through this here, catching up. Denny is in the house. How's it, my brother? Who else is in the house? Mad Kiwi Jades. Blades Piggin is in the house. Welcome, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thor. Welcome back, my brother. Another one of the members. And Digger Mike comes in with a super chat. Thanks, matey. Digger Mike. How's that new Equinox going, buddy? Are you enjoying it? Looks like you're finding a few bits and pieces. JT Coin Rings. How's it, brother? Welcome along. Coin Rings. And Jade. He's always in with a super chat or two, isn't he? Jade. Thanks, guys. Much, much appreciated. I think I'm nearly just about caught up. Zeb Zeppelin. Welcome, buddy. Got some thunderstorms here in the lower north. Yeah, how's it all going up there, mate? I hope you're doing well. I hope you haven't been hit too hard by those that weather. Being lower north, I'm guessing you're not quite up in Auckland where the thick of it's happening. Tama Royal. Welcome, buddy. There's a new name I haven't seen before. Shannon Hinton. How's it and welcome along. There you go. Denny's in with a super chat. Denny. Perkovic. I'm going to have to, I might just write your first name Denny. Otherwise, I'm not going to keep up with everybody. Take it, Mike. Loving it, bro. Just need a scoop for the Avon. Yeah, I never actually got into the, never got to the Avon in the end. Yeah, things just got out of control. Kids, family, all the rest of it. So, Nigel Brown, another one of my patrons. Welcome along, buddy. I'll put your name down in the drawer. Garden tip for you, only plant one cucumber. Yeah, thing is, oh, Zeb, mate, we eat so many blimmin', oh, guys. Blades piggin', he's into it again. Digger Mike, flip me days, guys. Yeah, we love cucumber and we eat cucumber. We've kept up with all of ours and pretty much eaten all our cucumbers. We've had 5 or 6 off one plant, 2 off the other, and I think we've got 1 off the latest plant that's just starting to produce as well. It's been cool. They've all produced at different stages, which has been quite handy. So Zeb, we've been able to keep up with them all, and of course family of 6 of us, man, we monster a cucumber in a couple of days. It does not last long here. Clint the Mint, welcome, guys. Welcome. Where are you all from? All these new names. Right. Blades. We'll give you a couple of entries, mate. Generosity is phenomenal. And Digger Mike coming in with a 10 shot. Wicked. Cheers, guys. Going to be a big battle again tonight, I think, isn't it? Eh? So what has everybody been up to this week? I have had a mammoth week this week. Yeah, I've been out hunting, so I'm halfway through doing a video of that. We saw heaps of animals. I got some pretty cool stuff to show you up here. NZ Warriorsman is in the house. This chat's going too quick. What have we got in the house? Only 18. Awesome. Denny, West Auckland's crazy valley in the woods. Oh, mate. Helping neighbours dig out ditches. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Denny. That is not cool. We've been watching it down here, and it just breaks your heart, man, to see all that. It is crazy. There's some seriously big water up there, eh? That's just the speed at which the water just rose and just got out of control was just phenomenal. Is it still raining hard up there, bro, or is it starting to settle down now? See Pioneer, yeah, I know that all. NZ Warriorsman, yeah, poor old Pioneer ended up with COVID, so he got stuck for a week. I think he might be up on the up on Abyss's. They're here with Abyss dredging, and so they've come over to do a bit of stuff with them, bit of videoing with them. So Pioneer Paulie came over, and Vogus Prospecting came over as well. I think Vogus Prospecting is back here in Christchurch now. I think he was meant to have flown out yesterday or today, but because of leaving from Auckland, it didn't work, so he's come down, or he couldn't get into Auckland from Nelson, so he's come down to Christchurch. He's here for a couple of days. I'm going to try and hook up with him. I've sent him some messages, but I haven't heard anything. I thought I might better take him out metal detecting or something, but that hasn't happened yet. But yeah, so they're both here with the Abyss dredging, doing some gold mining on their claim. So very cool. Yeah, we've had courgettes coming out our ears. That's one thing we couldn't keep up with was the courgettes, bro. Yeah, all our tomatoes are starting to come in. You're in the Wairarapa, Zeb. Yep, had a slight accident while hunting last night. What did you do, Blades? What have you done? Strange As comes in with a super chat. Cheers, matey. Actually, you might not actually know what you're playing for either, Strange As. I will let you know in a minute. Johnny Hell, welcome, buddy. So yeah, smash that like button, guys, as you come in. Don't forget that. Thanks, Digger Mike. I have lost weight too. 100. Good job, Mad Kiwi. Mate. The missus will be loving that, wouldn't she? Might not recognise you. Good job, buddy. That's a good job. I'm really stoked to hear that, actually. That's awesome. Feeling, yeah, definitely dig a mic. Well and truly. Settled for a bit, started up a game and not too heavy. Wee bit of thunder. Oh, hopefully it doesn't eventuate too much, mate. That's because, yeah, watching it down here, it looks like absolute chaos, mate. Absolute chaos. Went and had a look at the local waterfall and proceeded to GTFO. Oh, yeah, because it was to the point. If you flip. Oh, so it was the old tightening of the old sphincter stage there, was it, bro? You're a little bit out of your comfort zone, you silly boy. Thanks, Denny. Legendary. And Johnny Hell as well. Thanks, guys. Metal detecting is funding my donations too. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, get out and do heaps, bro. Oh, no, legendary. Thank you, mate. All of this goes to a good cause, and we'll go into what we're playing for soon. Johnny Hell. Cheers. Was sticking a bore, hit the bone, and my finger slid up the blade. And blades, mate. I've heard of people doing that plenty of times, eh? That's why in my sticking knife I've got a really good finger notch. I've really cut out the bit right before the blade, and I've also got notches on the top so that your thumb, if you do stick, your thumb's going to dig into the notches and you shouldn't slide up the handle. Oh, yeah, no, says Mad Kiwi. Did you get stitches? I'm guessing you've probably got a pretty sharp knife, so I'm guessing you've got stitches. Spent a bit of time in A&E. Ouch. Poor Dad's Adventures. What's the topic tonight? There's never ever a topic, bro. I just waffle on and get all carried away and spend hours and hours talking about nothing and entertaining you chaps. So, right. Hope you didn't. Yeah, definitely, mate. Well, hopefully, if you've Dead Possum is here. Welcome, buddy. Hopefully, you've just gone all through the fleshy part of your fingers. But flip, mate. I guess you're in a little bit of pain. Mad Kiwi going into doctors tomorrow for a better look, but they don't. Oh, they might glue them though, mate. I've done I'll just write Dead Possum down. I've done fingers too quite deep, and instead of stitching them, they actually glue them. They use this crazy super glue stuff. So yeah, they might just glue it and splint them. So yeah, super glue, says Jacob. It is basically a super glue, and it stings like buggery. It actually hurts more when they put that in than blimmin' cutting your fingers the first time. Knife is still better than Bortus. Certainly is Mad Kiwi, because they tend to rip. So you take super glue with you. It's a slightly different super glue, Mad Kiwi. So, hey guys, because of the generosity last week, I've got some really cool prizes tonight. I've got big silver coins. I'm giving away some florins tonight. So these are what are they? 1934, 1934, and 1943. So NZ florins, 50% silver. So we've got 3 questions that I've still got to write out and figure out for those tonight. So we'll do those soon. And then, of course, for those of you who don't know, flax juice, yes, yep, I have heard that. You can get the pet grade. You can actually, and I know a lot of guys carry that around for their dogs. You probably use that on yourself quite happily. So we've got those 3 coins for the in-stream giveaways. And then, of course, as most of you know, and those of you who don't, I write down names of members and Patreons. So if you are a Patreon or become a Patreon member during the stream, and let me know, you go in the draw as well, end of stream draw, or a member on my YouTube, you go in the end of stream draw. Or if you do a super chat, you go in the end of stream draw as well. And for most of you who know, the end of stream draw now is a token thing, competition, and it's for a brand new custom CK blades made by me to the value of $300. And the idea is you need 5 ticks by your name, and the first person to 5 ticks gets the knife. And so far we've got Jade's Adventures has got 2, Digger Mike has got 2, Denny Perkovich has 1, Dead Possum has 1, Blade Piggin has 1, and Phil has 1. So yeah, it's a race to 5, but hey, it's a big prize. It's a custom knife to your choice, so you get to pretty much pick the style up to a certain point, pick the handle, and then I will make it for you, and yeah, we go from there. So pretty cool. So you can have timber handle, synthetic. There's no sort of issues there, and it's be a very nice knife. I haven't actually got any knives on me at the moment to show you because they've all gone out to their customers, and the ones that I'm making at the moment are all just profiled and beveled, and got to do some hand sanding, and then they are going to be heading off to, oh no, I've got to heat treat them first, and then they're going to head off to the Signwriter guy to get my logos etched onto them. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to get them all done before I go in for surgery, because I actually go in for surgery in about a week and a half, and within that time I've got a 4-day trip over to the coast where I'm heading off, hopefully maybe with Dylan if he can make it, and maybe with Jade if he can make it, but going to be doing some hunting and a bit of gold fossicking as well. So doing a bit of a combo of the two for 4 days. So I would like Jade, I'll be in touch with you, mate, and yeah, I've got to get in touch with the sleuth and see what he's doing. So catch up with a, yeah, that's a point. Did you actually get the boar blades? Did you restick it and dispatch him, or was he running around with a bit of a hole in the side? Hopefully, must have been a good one. Yeah, Zeb, good boar then, says Zeb. Mad Kiwi says Jacob, fat fingers on the phone. Oh, what did you do, Mad Kiwi? Damn, 190 is a huge blade. Yeah, I did see your pick there, Mad Kiwi. I hope you like it. In fact, I think you said you were going to put it straight in your china cabinet or your display cabinet. So awesome. I'll have a chat to you, Jade, because where we're going is a little bit different this time. So we probably can't actually get too many people going up there. Yeah, it's going to be a slightly more sneaky mission this one. So I'll give you the heads up and let you know what's going on. And if you still want to come, it's up to you. Or you can go to where we normally go, and we can just catch up at night or something like that. Can you do a tour of the knife making workshop, bud? It's actually, I'm in the process of doing a video on a knife that I'm doing, a knife build. So I'll try and incorporate a bit of a show of the, in fact, what I might do is, it's pretty grubby at the moment. I might give it a jolly good clean up, and maybe next Sunday when we do the live stream, I'll take you in there and we'll do a bit of a walk around, and I'll show you where I'm at with the blades and show you all the tools I've got, the materials I use and things like that. Because I mean, that's just about a live stream in itself. I could waffle on about all the different bits and pieces I've got in there, all the timbers, what I use and all the rest of it. So yeah, I could probably set one of those up for one of the live streams, mate. Definitely. Good idea, Poor Dad's Adventures. Good idea. I was using a Victory hunting knife. Definitely going to be looking into a knife. Yeah, I mean, it is one thing when you've got to have that finger protection, blades. Cool. Okay, yeah, sweet. Better hope you win the comp, Blade. There you go. Yeah, well, if you win the comp, mate, you can get a new knife. Yeah, Ask Crispy Blades, that's the one. Okay, Blades Piggin, the sticker, what I call the sticker, my pig sticking knife, they are $350 with sheath. So they're my, not quite my top end knife, but one of the top end knives. So they're $350. So I do the sticker and the brute are the two that are 350. Then I've got the chopper, which is the big cleaver. That's going to be a $400 blade. Yeah, so they're the three blades that are sort of just edging out past that 300. I could probably, hey, look, if you did win it and you wanted to pay the difference, I could probably make you a sticker. Not a problem, mate. Not a problem. Just, yeah, with the 300, up to $300, there's way more choice. There's about, I think there's about eight blades you can choose from, and up to the 300. At that bit of Mad Kiwi sent me a piece of timber. Oh, it's out in the garage. I'm drying it out. Beautiful, nice piece of beech, but it's a piece of burl. Is it burl, Mad Kiwi? It looks like it's a burl, piece of burl, beech burl, and it's beautiful little, what am I looking? What's the word I'm looking for? Grain, beautiful grain within the timber, but it's a real gnarly, cracked up piece. And so what I'm going to do to it is I'm going to get really creative with some handles, and I'm going to splice it down. But the way I'm going to splice it, I'm not going to be able to get. I could either get two full piece handles for it off it, and even then they'll be borderline, or I can just splice it up into a whole lot of bits, then put them together in a mold and put resin in between the timbers. So there'll be a resin and burl handles. And I know that's quite popular over in the States. I haven't seen it done much here. So, yeah, quite excited about that. I reckon that'll be quite cool, quite different. And then obviously they'll polish up beautifully. And I'll be able to do different colours with the resin, like a nice black or blue or green. And it'll make the timbers pop. So, yeah. So keep a lookout on that. That's going to be on the cards. I think the timber just needs to be dried out a little bit more, Mad Kiwi. So I'll probably just store it for a bit and yeah, let it dry out. Yeah, truck building videos going. Kayla fan number 1, welcome back, and how are you doing? Put your name down, Kayla. Awesome. Welcome along. I don't know. It was on the firewood pile. Yeah, it just seems it's got that real nice spirally burl type. Blades Piggin, they are flip. I think the blade is nearly 200 mil, I think, mate. I can't remember. I've actually got one there. I've got one that I'm making up for another one for Clay for a client of his. So I'm not entirely sure. Oh, you're Clay's mate anyway. Give him a yell. Go and have a look at his one. See what you think. I think that might be 180 or 200 mils, maybe even longer. It's the longest blade that I do. So, blade spinning. The ball was hit with a 3, and it did. Oh, so it was a big chap. Oh, Digger Mike, have you ever made rings out of any of it? I haven't made any rings. No, I had thought about. I did think about one stage there actually making a little wax mold and pouring one, but I never actually got round to it because I do a bit of sand casting. I thought about maybe pouring one, then just sanding it back, polishing it, but I've never really gotten round to it. Most of the silver I had, I melted down and basically made it into bars and medallions and sold it all. So going to be getting back into that though. So it'll be rounders in the head. Yeah, I've heard of people shooting big pigs in the head, and they have a lot of arm around their head, especially top of the head and things like that. And I've seen pigs that have been pulled down and all the rest of it, and they've got old bullets in the side of their head or up on the top of their head, old bullets and like embedded into the bone. It's like the bone's meant to be like super thick up on the top of the head, and same up on the tops of the shoulders or something. They've got this real thick skin that's meant to be just gnarly as. I mean, we've put pigs down with a 308 shot in the head and gone up to think, oh, yep, sweet, that's dead. And gone up, and my mate's like, it's gone. Where's it gone? I shot it in the head. And yeah, there was a bit of blood on the ground, and the pig had got up, run away. we saw it drop and everything. So yeah, they can be pretty gnarly little creatures, eh? Especially when they get going and there's a bit of adrenaline going. So just quickly, 40, yeah, definitely. Have you made a leather handle knife before? No, I haven't done. Yeah, the old they used to do them on the old Bowies. No, I haven't done that before. I want to get into doing a little bit of leather work, mainly for sheaths. I want to learn how to make a leather sheath. I think that'd be quite fun. I don't want to just have Kydex sheaths. It'd be quite cool to do both, to have leather and Kydex. So I am. He charged me after the shot. Oh, blades. That's a bit. I had a one of my first experiences with sticking pigs was getting chased up a cabbage tree by a very angry pig that me and my uncle got between her and its little piglets. And she did not like that at all and chased us, and both me and my uncle ran up the nearest cabbage trees. It was a bit of a giggle. It was my little first foray into hunting pigs with dogs. Didn't have a gun on us, so we couldn't really do too much about it. So we just scarpered, and my uncle just said, "Get up a tree, get up the tree." And of course, we turned around, there was no trees except for these two pungas. And we just basically shimmied up those and just sat there for about 10 minutes while this pig grunted and growled at us. Colin is, yeah, I did see Colin was doing the having a go at the Kydex. Yeah, probably hasn't done it the easiest way of doing it. Generally, it's much easier to actually sandwich two pieces together rather than doing a fold, because the fold still wants to do its own thing. But yeah, no, it's very cool. Digger Mike with another super chat. Thought we might do a giveaway. Cheers, matey. Give away one of these nice florins. Now, actually, before I do that, right. I have been busy this week. So as I said, went on a hunt. I'll tell you about that later. But I'm going to flick you around. Where is it? Oh, Jade. Cheers, matey. I'll just write your name down. Jade. Check this out, guys. Whoa, I'll move back a bit. Check this out. I finally done me man nook. I can't really call it a man cave because it's really just a corner of the lounge. But I've made a set of shelves to hold all my bottles in. So I've made it plenty big enough so that I've got plenty of room for everything. But we've also got over the back here, look at that. So we've got not all my, I've been metal detecting 15 years, and this is just the really, really cool stuff out of it. So the better finds, just a single one-off bullet. Mad Kiwi, you are mad. Well mad. That's a huge super chat, my man. So yeah, so what do you think of that, guys? How cool is that? So that was a bit of fun making up, especially considering I was pretty handicapped and was struggling and bit, and ended up having to get Ethan to help me out. It was thick and extremely dark. Oh no, that makes it even worse, doesn't it, Blade? Flip, mate. Well, you see this thing rushing at you. Oh, Mad Kiwi. Right, we'll give you a couple of entries for that. Well, more than a couple. Flip me days. That's huge. Absolutely huge. Beyond generous. But yeah, so finally, after a year, I've got all my bottles out on display again. So I am just tickled pink. I really struggled to have them tucked away in storage because I was just so worried about them. There's some pretty rare bottles in there. I've got one bottle in particular that's there's only one of two, so it's nice to get them back out. Kayla with a super chat. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. I'll put you in that end of stream drawer. Cheers, guys. My brother was in a tree. Oh, the story just keeps getting better, Blades. Oh, classic. Right, and since we're talking about bottles, I'm actually gonna write on these. I haven't even written on them, but I'm gonna write down some different brands of soft drinks from back in the day. Now, you might have to Google them. Some of them you might know, but some of them you might have to look up and Google. They are old vintage 1910s, 1920s, right up to some of them went through to the 1950s and 60s, and even some of them went right through to they still exist. So these are Christchurch soft drink makers from back in the day. So I'm going to write them down. What else have we got? And we'll see how good your Google skills are. Okay, so I'm going to start with a fairly easy one, and this crowd has been going a long time. Hayek Family Antics, you're back, mate. Welcome back, and buddy, thank you so much for being my new patron. Sorry I didn't catch you last week. Yeah, only got that email back or that message back in the middle of the week, so sorry about that, mate. But we will sort that. You've written your name down already. So, Johnny Hell, I reckon you should auction off a piece of gold to help support the channel. Highest bid wins. Just an idea. Have thought about that, mate. I don't like doing auctions as such because it's yeah. I like to give away things more rather than oh, Blade's pigging. Blade's pigging. Good night. That's insane, mate. That is insane. Thank you so much. My goodness. Wow. I'm a little speechless. Thank you very much. Generosity is unreal. I'm going to be writing these names out for a while. Far out. Yes, Steenie. Oh my goodness. Wow. He wants a knife. My goodness. My goodness. Yeah, I have thought about auctions before, mate. But I like to just I don't like to do that. I'd rather do a little competition where you can. I've got something coming up for my coming up 4,000 subscribers as well. So I'm going to do that. That's going to have some gold in it. It's going to have a knife in it. It's going to have some silver in it. I've got a little silver 1 ounce. I think it's a heart. I've got a silver heart. My last piece of silver that I have. That's going to be in there. I'm probably going to put I might put a little half gram gold nugget in there. So it's going to be, and it's going to be like all you're going to have to do is just basically it's going to be a like, share, and comment type of scenario. It's not going to cost you anything. I don't like, geez, as much as these guys are doing these super chats, I don't like. It makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, trying to auction things off. I'd rather you did it on your own accord, or you won something because you guessed something right. If that makes sense. I'm a little bit gobsmacked at the moment. Blades, he's just blown my mind. He's made me speechless, which is pretty hard these days. I can usually waffle on for all hours of the night. So, Blades, thank you so much, mate. That's just generosity beyond it. So, but he did, Mad Kiwi, well and truly. Right. So these are So if you're gonna, unless you know your bottles, it's gonna be a little bit of Google work. So these guys are soft drink or cordial makers or aerated water makers from the. I'm injured, can't do much. Oh, you might have to pay for your medical bills though, Brady. So these guys, they're the makers. Okay, so you've got Canterbury Draft and DB and Monteiths are all the guys that do the beers and things like that. Well, these guys were. Yeah, that's a lot of super glue. True, it is. These guys were the manufacturers of cordials and soft drinks back in the 1910s, well, 1900, 1910s, 1920s, and leading up. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a head start with this one, and I'm going to tell you what this one starts with. I may do it for the other ones, but we'll just because you're probably going to have to do some searching. So as much as I'm doing some pretty cool prices, I'm going to make you work for it tonight. So we've got this first one here. I'll type in go in the chat, and basically as soon as you see that, give me your answers. Many as you want, guys. I'm not worried. But basically, yeah, you'll need to do a bit of research quickly. Keep that page open if you can. But it's cordial soft drink makers from Christchurch. Okay, from Christchurch only. So it's going to narrow it down and make it easy. Whoa, I've got the wobbles going on. It's going to, Harrington's, from the early 1900s, mate. So go for it. Let's see who remembers way back. Double R, Wests, no. No. So we're talking way, way back. Jump on your Google. There it goes. Denny, you have got it. Bellins Bros. Bellins. So they did, I will show you. So Denny, you are the winner of that one. So you've got the first of the florins. I'll write your name down and then I'll show you some Denny. Woo, well done, buddy. Good job. And then what I'll do is I'll take you up here and I'll try not to show you too many. But there you go, guys. These are bottles made by Bellins. So these are 6 ounce and 10 ounce, what they call crown tops. And so some of these are a lot earlier. These will be turn of the century, about 1900. And then it works their way up. Little Skittle, 1910. And these ones here are actually later, about 1940s, 1930s, 1940s. So they keep going for a long time, Bellins. So yeah, good job, Denny. Well done. So keep looking up the other ones, guys, though, and see what else you can come up with. I've got 2 others there. Cool Morris, yeah. Oh, Dave. Welcome, Dave. You sneaking in there? Or you lurking? You gotta let me know you're here, mate, because you're a patron. You get an enter in the end of stream. Dave Newman. You're a bottle man, so you'll probably guess them. But yep, so keep sort of searching, guys. Keep thinking about some of those older bottles. See what you... Yeah, Mad Kiwi, BB, definitely. Cool Morris, yep. Hell yeah. Yeah, good job, buddy. Good job. That's wicked. First florin wasn't even out of a hole. There you go. Mint. Dave Newman. No, I don't. I saw somebody just recently pulled up one out of a renovation or something, or from under their house, and it is mint, a mint as Bellins Sarsaparilla. It's not something I would collect purely because I'm sticking to the crown tops. So I'm not too worried that I don't have one, but looks like a beautiful bottle and obviously quite old. But yeah, Dave, I don't have one, but it looks like a nice bottle. Very nice. Have you got one yourself? Jeremy, my brother got a heap of bottles clearing houses in the red zone. Yeah, we did a lot of digging in the red zone, come up with a lot of bottles, a lot of dumps. Yeah, just followed them around as they were demoing and just asked permission, got in there and yeah, found lots. It was great. So Julian got that nice one. Oh, it was in Reefton, was it? Wow, hey, that's cool. Upside of the floods is it? Yeah, well, look, few people are posting on Facebook already on the bottle pages that some of those slips have uncovered bottle dumps as well. One chap's been cruising around and he's been going to where they've had those slips on the sides of the hills and he's been finding bottles. So yeah, definitely a good time to get out and have a wee look. And I mean, keep it safe, obviously. Be safe about it. But yeah, it'll be a good chance to check places out. And same with the detecting as well. It's going to uncover a lot of new ground. All the rivers will change, all the creeks will change, and it'll be a good chance to get out and there'll be basically all new ground all over the place. Yeah, Denny up, so the floods all exposed. Yeah, exactly, all the creek beds, they'll all change, so they'll wash the bottles out, wash the silt from one part of the river to the next. I mean, that's what happens here in the Avon. Every time we have a decent bit of rain and the river gets up and bursts its banks, it moves the silt around or the mud in the bottom and exposes the bottom. And quite often you'll see just bottles, lots of bottles blowing out. Mostly modern, but in amongst them you get the odd little pearl, which is pretty cool. Now I'm trying to stick to Nelson's stuff. Yeah, well that's pretty much what I've tried to do, Dave. Is stick to like I'm Christchurch here, so I stick to Canterbury. I've got the Canterbury Crown Tops, and then all my chemists are Christchurch only, so only Christchurch. Although I'm saying that it's Christchurch, which includes Kaipoi, Rangiora, Littleton, and Akaroa. And I do have some Ashburton and Timaroos, but I think I'm probably going to end up swapping all of those to see if I can get some more Christchurch ones. They're a little bit too far away to call it a Christchurch collection. I don't mind the likes of Akaroa, Littleton, Rangiora and Kaipoi because they're all sort of attached to Christchurch anyway. But yeah, Ashburton and Timaru probably a wee bit too far away. I've found some grey. Oh, good on you, Denny. Well done. Do you collect anything in particular, Denny, or you just collecting anything at the moment? Chris Hope, welcome, mate. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, guys. Mad Kiwi says, cheers, Tama Royal for the sub. Get out there and sub everybody, guys. Get into it. What have I missed about asbestos? Cool. So we went to middle of the week. I went on a wee hunt, which was first time just about in 10 months actually that I've been for a hunt. Excuse me. And it's been sweet as, Kayla. Not a worries. We'll be here, hopefully. Anything cool, really? I don't have a clue. I was the same when I first started. It was just I'd dig a pit and I'd take absolutely everything home. And, of course, it got to the point where I just had boxes and boxes of bottles in the garage. And it was like, oh, man, what do I do with all these? So I had a chat to a few guys. And they says, oh, what we'll generally do is we pick something and we specialise in a certain collection. And they all showed me theirs. I was, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. And do you find lots of these? Oh, no, most of these are bought. Oh, okay, what do you pay for these? Oh, a few $100 each. I was like, flip. I'm not going to be collecting those. And it's like, man. So I ended up, I've sort of picked out the most cheapest bottles you can buy and the ones that are more regularly available to find. And so a lot of my collection is found. It's like 50-50. It's probably found and bought, which is quite cool. Whereas your ginger beers or your cods, your torpedo type bottles and things like that, they're a little bit harder to come by. You don't find as many of those. So generally if you start collecting them, you have to buy a lot. And some of those bottles are actually really sought after and rare and can be thousands of dollars. And yeah, I can't afford it. I can't afford a big collection like that. And I mean, I'd be too scared about having something like that on display. I mean, I can handle this. Even my one-off bottle was only $400 or $500, so it's not super expensive. I think the most expensive thing I've got is a one only known Manning's croc that got found just out of the blue. I think that's my most expensive thing I've got. So and that's insured. So yeah, you can't really replace that though, can you? I mean, you can insure it and all the rest of it, but getting the money for it doesn't really change it. It's got a lot of sentimental value, that thing, for me. But yeah, going back to the hunt, we went on a little joint. I shot up for an overnighter, and then one of my mates came and joined me real early in the morning. He left at about 2 o'clock. He had a funeral he had to attend to the day before. So I boosted up. 2-hour slog straight up this mountain. They told me, they were all like, oh, it's a real nice track. It's pretty easy. It's not too bad. It gets a wee bit steep in a few places, but it's good. I kid you not. I was dead. By the time I reached the peak, the summit, man, I was dying. They said it was 2 hours. It took me about 2.5. And man alive, my feet and my calf muscles were just screaming at me. It's been a while since I've done a really good hike and a hunt, so it was really good to get out. I have 3 crown gingers from up north. Oh, nice. Good one, Mad Kiwi. And yeah, so basically we shot up to the summit, boosted out the back into the tops, stayed there overnight. I saw 4 deer that night. Couldn't really get a shot off because they were right on dusk. They came out right on dusk, and I just I could see them through my binoculars, but my scope just wasn't picking them up well enough. And to be honest, when you see the video, you'll see one of them only gave me a head. All I could see was her head and her ears flicking away above this bush, and she never stood up. She was bedded down, and she never stood up. And then the other one was a hind with a fawn and a yearling in tow. And I contemplated shooting the yearling, but I just couldn't. The light was fading so quick, I just couldn't get a decent shot. So I ended up sleeping under the stars. That was beautiful. Lovely, lovely evening. Slept under the stars. Didn't even put my tent up. And we got up bright and early. Beautiful sunrise. And we saw another 14 or 15 animals and a bunch of stags. Really cool. We saw a bunch of stags in velvet and another few hinds with fawns. Big kicker is I don't shoot stags in velvet, and I refuse to shoot a fawn or a hind with a fawn. So we lucked out fairly much. There wasn't anything that really presented, and the stags themselves were quite young stags as well. So I won't shoot a young stag. If I'm going to shoot a stag, it's got to be at least 10 points or up, or a really nice even 8-pointer. And I won't shoot them in velvet. So it was, we were still, I got caught out a little bit there. But that was cool. It was good to see the numbers. And we did put a stalk in on one yearling. We bumped into that family again that I saw the night before. They popped up in the morning. What's up? Nope. Not that I know of. Might have been left open, maybe. Yeah. It was just my wife. She doesn't like being on the camera, so giving me a message. So we don't shoot the stags. Let them grow. And like I say, they were just young. But it was really good to see the numbers. Oh, yeah, and we bumped into the same family I saw the night before, popped out. At first, it was just the 2 deers. It was a hind and a yearling, and we were like, yeah, stalk on. We're gonna get ourselves a couple of deer here. And then they come across the face, and we were we were planning our stalk. We were gonna boost up the ridge line because they were heading up the ridge line. And then the hind started barking, and we were like, we've been sitting here, we haven't moved. How does she even know we're here? And she was getting quite guttural and growly, and it was really weird. And g'day, Clay. Come on, bro. Stag and velvet is the best chewing. No, you got to let them grow, Clay. Got to let them grow. And they're only just young little 6 and 8 pointers, mate. Let them grow. Get the big antlers. Share them around. But that's just me, Clay. I got venison in the freezer, so I didn't need it. So big hills kill my luck. Yeah, they do, They do. I was munted, absolutely munted. Shoot them all, can't eat the antlers. I know, but I mean, you look behind me. I like the hard antlers. To display them. So, but we were about to put the stalk on these two deer. They were heading up towards the ridgeline, and the hind started barking and getting all carried away. And we were like, nah, she hasn't seen us. We were just sitting there, still as, and it was. They were about 400 meters away at that point, and then all of a sudden, we heard this little squeal out of the bush, and it was like, oh, it clicked. I said, that's the family from last night that I'd already told my mate about. And out of the bush, they had travelled about 200 or 300 meters up out of the bush, across this face to where the fawn must have been bedded down for the night. It was really weird. And yeah, sure enough, this little fawn popped out, straight to mum, started suckling on the teat and all the rest of it. And then they beelined straight up for the ridge line, went up onto the ridge line. So at that stage, we thought, right, now we'll just go for the yearling. We'll boost up our ridge line. We'll come across and we'll intersect them. But yeah, they must have really legged it, because once we got up there, we could see where they'd gone through into the bush line, and they were gone. We were a bit too slow on it. But yeah, heaps of good footage. Got footage of quite a few stags. It was really weird, because I mean, most of the stags were all grouped up in groups of 3 or 4, but there was one stag on its own, and it was with a hind who had a fawn, which was really weird, because I didn't think the stags paired up with the hinds even at this stage. But yeah, crazy things happen, eh? So yeah, bit random. So yeah, so working on that footage at the moment. I'll probably drop that tomorrow night. I'll probably work on that tomorrow and get that all finished, get that dropped. Got some beautiful scenery. It was just a magic place. As much as it hurt like crazy to get up there, once you're up there, man, all your pains just melt away when you start seeing the views and all the rest of it. Beautiful spot, and sleeping out under the stars was just magic. I thought I was going to wake up with a possum snuggled into my face. There was about 3 or 4 of them singing to each other all through the night. And there was good pig sign up there too, so I was a little bit worried about that, but oh well, tent's not going to save me anyway. So, and it was a beautiful clear night, and I just lay there, watched the stars, and just wandered off. How's you doing? You say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Oh, you off to bed?
Yeah.
Okay, love you.
You too.
Oh, night.
Night.
Yeah, we're gonna do that cripples mission. A Clay Tall Stories. Gonna go up there once I've had my operation, and yeah, we might go off for maybe for a fish or a hunt or something, and yeah, get all carried away and try not to kill ourselves. Looking forward to it, Clay. I'm not going to quite get up there before my I can't remember if I told you in my last message, but my surgery is booked for the 7th of February. And so, yeah, I've got a few weeks after that where I won't be able to do anything. I won't be even able to drive, which is going to really suck. But as soon as I'm back can drive, I'm going to come up and see you. And we can wallow in our own misery. Which I know you're not doing, Clay, because you are doing spectacular. You are looking great in your videos at the moment, mate. Absolutely. Mad Kiwi. He's still trying. Flip me days. Alrighty. A few more names in the bucket there for Mad Kiwi. Thanks, matey. You're all absolute top blokes. They are crazy, aren't they, Denny? My goodness. Where's this location? Might have to take the dogs up. It's all dock, mate, so you won't be able to take the dogs up there unless you've got a permit. And from there wasn't a lot of sign, and actually I was talking to the guy. They're in there at the moment cutting new tracks. That might give it away to those locals who know the area. They're in there cutting new tracks at the moment on the lower parts of the dock walks. And I bumped into, when I parked up, I bumped into the guy who was eradicating all the wasps from down there so that the workers could run their little diggers through without getting eaten alive by the wasps. And he was saying he got, he was down there one morning and he could hear rustling and crackling in the bushes behind him, and he turned around and here was 3 big pigs, he said. One was a big boar, and the others he reckoned might have been just sows, but they were all going through the spoil that the digger had done. So as the digger had gone through and ploughed the spoil out, they were rummaging through the spoil. And he said one was a big silver grey. He says, really nice big boar. So if you're really, really keen and you really want to know, send me a message or something and I'll let you know where it is. Because it's at the lower part of the track and it's actually not too far from the car park. So, but I guess being Doc, I'm guessing you'd have to get a dog permit. Is that right? I'm not sure. Not sure what the story is on dogs. I know, yeah, I'm pretty sure on my permit it said dogs had to be, you have to have an extra permit for an actual proper dog permit. So, but if you can get that, there are pigs up there. So, might be definitely worth a shot, mate. Oh, Dave Newman in with a super chat. Cheers, brother. Oh, cool, Clay. That'd be sweet. Well, you'll probably have to blindfold me too to take me to your special spots, mate. Dave Newman in with a super chat. Cheers, matey. Much appreciated. Yeah, it is a dock permit, Clay. I did think that because anywhere that's dock is you've got to have a dog permit, and then anywhere where there's actually Kiwis, you're not allowed a dog at all unless they've been Kiwi trained, and then that's another permit on top of that. Because I know, or the Gold Fossicking area we go up to, is they've got big signs up saying no dogs at all. So, yeah. Mad Kiwi in with another one. These guys are mad. Mad. Much appreciated, guys. Just phenomenal. These guys are nuts. Really want that knife, don't you guys? Hey? Right, let's do, I hope you've been doing some Digger Mike, all the best, bro, and hope you have a... Is that for me, Digger Mike, or... Should I just go back here? Stag my identified. You never know these guys. Well, there are stags out there that don't actually get their antlers at all. I think they're called hummels or something like that, where the stag actually doesn't grow antlers full stop. So they probably think they're a woman. They're a hind. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Clay. You haven't done a live stream for a wee while. Yeah, maybe you should. Right, guys, I'm going to do another one of these little giveaways for another nice little florin. What's this one? This is 1934 with the old. I prefer this bust on these ones. Old Georgie boy. So for another one of those, I've got another maker here, another bottle soft drink maker. These guys were early in the piece. So these guys actually rolled on from the late 1800s into the 1900s. Some of their soft drink bottles were sort of in the 1900s to 1910s, and then they faded out quite early in the piece in the 1900s. So, guys, look those up. They didn't last very long, and they're a very, very old one. Keeping my head low. Fair enough, Clay. Fair enough. Duck and Chloe. That's why his name is Mad Kiwi, I reckon, eh? Just had a quick look about the dog permit. Couldn't find anything saying you needed one. Pretty much any doc, I'll look it up, but if you want to get a hold of me, yeah, that video was magic. So I'm gonna type in go in the chat. Once you see that, it is a soft drink maker from the early 1900s, and I'll give you a clue. It starts with M. Okay, So it starts with M. Go. Let's see if we can get this one, how long it's going to take you, how good your Google skills are. Oh, Jacob. You have been Googling, haven't you? Maybe I shouldn't have said starts with M. Yes, mace. So, mace. So, Jacob, well done. I'll write your name down and then I'll show you some mace bottles. So stop, guys. Yeah, Dave Newman got it as well. All right, so I'll flip this around and we'll go down here. And here you go, guys. So these are mace 6 ounce and 10 ounce. I actually only do the 6 ounce and 10 ounce. So some of these are actually quite old, like this one here is an applied lip. So that's at about probably smack on 1900. This one here is an applied lip. It's a smack on about 1900. And these two smaller ones here are about the same. And you can see by the crudeness of the, well, you may not be able to see it, but the crudeness of the lip, they actually made the bottle, they blew the bottle, and then they attached the lip that had been made separately. So, yeah. And if you were watching, I just gave away the final answer. Yes, silly me. Yeah, so really nice bottles. Still a lot to go to collect the full lot of what they did. I've got a book. They've got, what is going on out there? Oh, my goodness! I hope you can't hear that. Kids are playing up. Mother-in-law's mojito, says Zeb. Yeah, definitely. Coca-Cola. Actually, Coca-Cola go right back, don't they, Digger Mike? Coca-Cola go way back. We don't have the early bottles that AA and Co are the rarer ones, and the maces, aren't they? Oh, as in the makers. Yeah, I haven't actually had a look at the book as to see what constitutes the rarer ones. I know that the applied lips are all probably about B rated. I think one of them is an A rated. And I accidentally popped onto that one, didn't even realize it was A rated. But yeah. I tried, says Mad Kiwi, yeah. Robot123, how's it, mate? You're back again? If you leave the camera zoomed in, I'll stand a chance. Digger Mike, Centenary, yeah. So, what is coming up? So, yeah, like I said, I've got a trip coming up this following week. I've got the surgeon on Wednesday. Go and see him, and he tells me he's going to tell me all about what's going on from the surgery on the following Tuesday. I have no idea at this stage, other than the fact that I'm going to St George's, and I have no idea how long it's going to take, whether I'm going to be in overnight, what he's even going to do. So I'm totally in the dark at the moment. He'll let me know a little bit more in recovery time. So it'll be quite good. I should know a little bit more on what I can and can't do, or post-op, I guess you'd call it, and the recovery and physio and all the rest of it. Because I mean, I don't want to be sitting around. I want to be getting out and doing stuff, but I don't want to do things that will be detrimental to my shoulder. But this week I've got that meeting on the Wednesday, and then straight away after that I am going to the coast for 4 days. So looking forward to it. Going to take the rifle over there. The last couple of times we've been over there, we've seen deer. We bumped into deer on the track, and yeah, somebody did get the second question, Digger Mike. Sorry, mate. I was even showing you the bottles. Jacob did. He got it. It was mace. Very, very early bottle maker. So yeah. So I got 4 days over on the coast. It's really quite exciting. Gonna take the rifle over there, go for a shoot. Gonna take young Dylan over there if he can make it, and Jade, and yeah, it's going to be good. Hopefully we can bag a deer and get some gold. And then after that, it's come back and surgery. So probably after that video, guys, and maybe a couple of detecting ones that I can get in over the next few days, there's not going to be a huge amount of content coming out other than maybe a little bit of knife work if I still can. I'm sort of guessing I'm going to be a little bit of a T-Rex for a while with my hands up here because I'm going to be in a sling. But I'm sure I can do a few bits and pieces with my left hand. We'll just have to see how it all goes. It's going to be a giggle, but I will endeavour to try and do as much as I can in the way of content. I will still, however, keep these live streams going. And I'm going to do a little bit of a document video too on my surgery, recovery, and yeah, how it all goes and all the rest of it. I'd love to see if I'd really love to see if they could video it for me. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know if they do, and if anyone else out there knows whether or not they can actually or will video a surgery for you. I mean, I'd happily give him a couple of GoPros to strap to his head and his chest or something and see if he could actually video the procedure for me. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Might be a bit gory. I don't know if maybe YouTube might not actually let it on there, but I'm sure I could edit out the blood and bits and pieces. But I reckon that'd be pretty cool. It'd make for an awesome video. And but either way, I'll do a little bit of a track on that. Oh yeah, and I still got the truck video coming and a giveaway video coming. So there'll be some stuff coming out while I'm recovering, I guess you call it. But just a word of warning, guys. Content might dry up a little bit, just for a few weeks. But I'll definitely keep these live streams going. Crap, I was trying to Google at the same time. Laptop died. Oh no! Gutting, Mike, gutting. What did the glass factory at Ashburton make? Ashburton was Elf Bray. So Elf Bray was down at Ashburton. They were the soft drink makers down there. I think they were the only ones in Ashburton, Elf Bray. Most little provinces and towns had their own soft drink factory. Temuka had Clark's, even Fairley. Fairley had a Dardis as well. Dardis, I don't think Dardis did. They were earlier in the late 1800s though. I don't think they did a crown top, did they? Or did they do a crown top? I think they were cod bottles, I think. But yeah, I don't think they did a crown top, Dave. But yeah, it is my right clay, so it's my right shoulder. So it's the exterior spinatus tendon that runs down the outside here. So I don't know whether they'll go in there or go in the front. It's all keyhole now these days, so it's not that invasive, which is pretty cool. But apparently it is a really painful operation to recover from. I've got to be sort of not doing, basically I think I'm in a sling for the first 6 weeks and not allowed to move it at all, or very little movement. And then from there I can move it from the elbow, but I'm still not allowed. So it's a 7-month recovery time, apparently. So it's going to be a long time. But I'm hoping that after the first 6 to 8 weeks, I'm going to have a little bit more movement and be physio and rehabilitation. So that will get me a little bit more mobile and being able to do some more bits and pieces. But yeah, it is my right arm, Clay. And I'll tell you something else too. I'm having to be practice doing a whole heap of other things with my left hand. So things like driving, left hand, and all the rest of it. So I sort of pretend I'm in a sling and I'll drive and I'll do everything, and even working on the computer, using my phone, all the rest of it. But you want to know the one thing that I am really struggling with? The one thing that I just cannot get right, and it is just driving me mental? Wiping my own bum. I know. It is just the most unnatural, weirdest thing to do. I can do it with my right hand piece of cake. I can't for the life of me do it with my left hand. So I have been practicing that like crazy at the moment, and it is so embarrassing. It is hilarious. My granddad owned a glass. Oh, okay, mint. Yeah. I thought it was, Dave, that it was just those. Zeb. They gave me Oxy Norm when I had my rotator cuff surgery. Pretty. Oh, okay. I'm not a big fan of pills and drugs and things like that. I try and do it either without it or as natural as I can. And a good lady friend of Clay's gave me some comfrey ointment to rub on my shoulder, and it's a natural plant-based anti-inflammatory. And I'll tell you what, man, if it starts to hurt a little bit or it gets a little bit of an ache in there, I'll tell you what, rub that stuff on there quite liberally, and I kid you not, within about 10 minutes, that ache is just, it goes back down to a nice dull ache. And it's this time, says Mad Kiwi, you never know, Mad Kiwi, this could be the one. Fingers crossed, buddy. Fingers crossed. Yeah, so it's this comfrey ointment, and I tell you what, it's been magic. I don't know if it's helping it heal as much as what we're possibly hoping. I think it's a pretty good tear in there. But I'll tell you what, for relief and getting the aching to go away, this stuff is magic. I got given, what did I get given? I got given diclofenac as an anti-inflammatory when I first did it, and then I've been on this ointment that Clay's. She's your personal. Well, she looks after you, doesn't she, Clay? I can't remember how it all works there and all the rest of it, but she's been looking after Clay, helps him with all his bits and pieces that he's got going on, all his natural healing remedies and bits and pieces. And basically, it's phenomenal. I just couldn't believe it. I started using this stuff, and I have not used the diclofenac since I got it. I don't even take Nurofen or paracetamol. I just rub this stuff on at morning and night before I go to bed. I always wake up in the morning and it's pretty sore, like really achy, but I'll just get up, rub a bit of this stuff on, and I kid you not, within 10, 15 minutes of being up and being moving around again, it just goes back to this dull ache. So pretty stoked with that stuff. No, I'm not on the weed, Jade. I'm not quite on the weed. Yeah, I've had a few guys suggest CBD oil, but I'm not really in that much pain at the moment. So I have a fairly high pain threshold. So I'm not in huge amounts of pain. It's just this deep, continual, dull ache. You know it's always there. Most of the time you sort of forget about it if you don't use your arm too much. And then every now and again you'll go and do something like lift your arm up or reach out for something, and you'll be like, oh, yep, that's right, it's still there. And yeah, so it's not too bad. It's bearable. I can handle it without painkillers at the moment, as long as I keep up this comfrey oil that I put on it. And yeah, Clay, you can tell her it is working a treat, mate. It is really working. Possibly not doing the healing that maybe she was hoping it might have done, but for pain relief and keeping the swelling down, that stuff is magic. Yeah, swear by it. I've been using it on other aches and pains as well, and it clears them up so quick. It is crazy. Blade, the competition is still on. Mad Kiwi, it's mine, he says. Oh, that's magic. This is funny. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, Zeb Zeppelin, the niggly pains can be annoying sometimes. A lot of what I've learnt in the last few years in dealing with depression and things like that is a lot of it can actually be mind over matter. Oh, Mad Kiwi. You guys are nuts. No blades, Piggin, it's mine, he says. Got a big competition going on here. Might have to end up just making a knife for the pair of yous anyway. Oh, classic. Yeah, I think sometimes those niggly pains, if you can put them out of your mind, Zeb, and not think about them and not dwell on them, they sort of pass a little bit. And I think it's the same thing with the depression as well. You you've got it. It's a mindset, I think. I mean, I have a high pain threshold, but I still think a lot of that is to do with the way I process it and the way I deal with it as well, and I don't think about it. It's like when you get an itchy bite. Sandfly comes and bites you, you get an itchy bite. First thing you do is you scratch it because that's your initial reaction to do, and then it'll swell up and it goes itchy. And then you're itching it for a couple of days. When I get an itchy bite, I'll slap the sandfly and I'll refrain myself from scratching it. And I just will not scratch it. I won't scratch it. And then all of a sudden, I'm onto something else. I'm thinking about something else. I've forgotten about that itchy bite, and I don't get itchy. I don't get welts. I don't get that itchiness real bad. And yeah, as long as I shoo them off and slap them and get rid of them, and then consciously make a note that, okay, I've been bitten, but if I don't scratch it and don't hassle it and don't rub it and make it raw, it will actually go away. And I have no issues with getting real bad itches. My wife, on the other hand, she just goes, poof. She gets welts the size of golf balls and just goes crazy. So I guess it's yeah, same with Mozzie's Mad Kiwi. If I'm making a mental note, sometimes you get them, you don't know you've got them, you wake up in the morning and you have a scratch, you don't realise you've just scratched the Mozzie bite and they'll welt up. But even after that, I can focus myself to the point where as long as I just leave it alone, don't resist the urge and give it a good scratch and a scratch, I can generally, they'll go away real fast. So, but again, guys, it's mind over matter. It's the way you think about things and how you process it. And yeah, I mean, maybe I've got an overactive imagination and I can think of other things and block out other things. I don't know how it all works, but it's been a real help in battling with the depression as well, because I can when I start getting that way, I can start focusing on other things. And yeah, it's one way of processing it. It can have a flip side in the way that you can also use your you can process things too much as well and actually make things bigger than they are. But hey, that's another story. I'm not going to bore you with all that carry on because Blades has just come back with another big hook. My goodness, I think I've donated more than I think you probably have, mate. Oh, you guys are nuts. Crazy. Just crazy. You better pull your name out tonight, mate. I'll tell you. Flip me days. Just crazy. I'd laugh if I pulled out a name that's only done one single donation. You'll kick yourself, Blades. Oh, these guys are nuts. Oh, right. Stop. Stop it, boys. You need to stop. It's just getting out of control, boys. I'm sure your missuses all have something to say about all of this when they see your credit card. Yeah, at least you're entertaining everybody else. Oh, you guys are just too generous. Far too generous. It's much appreciated. Right, we're going to do this. Last draw, and this is for the last of the Florins. Oh, Blades is happily single. Nice. And Mad Kiwi says she knows nothing. You're lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Okay, so this is the last one. This company went for quite a wee while. So they started off in the early days as well, early 1900s, and went right through. Just trying to think. Yeah, they went right. They went into the mid 1900s, well and truly. I'll type in the chat go. And I'm not going to give any clues this time because I reckon some of you bottle boys will possibly know these guys. But yeah, it's at the top end of the alphabet. Let's just put it that way. Go for it, guys. See what you come up with. There's a few guys. Yeah, you're all pretty much onto it. Denny Baxter's was actually they were chemists. All Robinsons and Jay. Yeah, so you've all been. Yep. Dave Newman got it straight off the bat. So congratulations, mate. It was Wrights or Wrights and Co. Well done, Dave Newman. So stop, guys. Dave has got it off the bat, but Jacob also had it. These guys are coming up with some interesting names. Frosty. Mellow Yellow. Don't know how early Mellow Yellow goes back, mate. Dave Newman. Good job, buddy. Flick me. Actually, flick me through your addresses, guys. I've got yours now, Jacob. I think I've got yours, Denny. Because I think I've got something else for you here. Do I? I'm sure I do. Flick me through your addresses anyway, guys. Crispy's Kiwi Adventures at gmail.com. Oh, there you go, Jade. You're a legend, buddy. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. There it goes on screen. Flick us through your emails. I will send you those. In fact, I'll get all that stuff. I've got a few bits and pieces to send away. I'll get that done this week before I go into surgery, just so I can get all my, what they say, T's dotted and I's crossed or something like that. My I's crossed and my T's dotted. So yeah, so flick us through your emails. That'd be sweet. I am going to call this a night before I make a couple of chaps absolutely bankrupt and stop them from fighting over this knife. So I'm going to do the draw now. She'll get rid of all of this. Look at these names from last week. My goodness. Yeah, well done, Dave. Good guessing. Right. Do the members first. And again, guys, if you want to be a member and you want to support me a little bit more on my channel and all the rest of it, I prefer you didn't do the YouTube one and you went to Patreon. Because there are a lot more perks for you on Patreon. There's videos that don't get onto YouTube. You also get to see all my YouTube videos first, because I actually load them onto Patreon first, leave them on there for a little bit, and then they go on YouTube. And the bonus for me is I get a little bit more of the money donated from Patreon than I do from YouTube. YouTube has changed all their regulations, and they are now taking 55%, paying only 55% of your YouTube subscriptions. So it's not great. It's yeah, Patreon is a much better platform. You get no ads as well, and it's a win-win for everybody. So Digger Mike, this is all you guys. This is you, Digger Mike, in here. All my Patreons and YouTube members are in this draw. So, yeah, cross everything, Denny. Cross everything. Oh, cheers, Denny. Thank you. We got one. And it is Kayla. Kayla number one fan. Kayla? Yeah, Kayla fan number one, I think it was. She's disappeared for a bit, but you don't have to be in the chat to win. So, there goes a new name on the list. Kayla number one fan. That's right. Congratulations. I don't think you're back yet, are you, Kayla? You're still missing in action? Alrighty. Now, this is the big Mad Kiwi and Blades pigging competition, isn't it? I mean, I could get really, really sneaky and actually just leave all their names out, couldn't I? How naughty would that be? And then pick out a name that only did one donation. That would be funny. Yes, the big showdown. So hopefully if Kayla comes back in the next bit, she'll see her name and realise she's won a token towards that knife. My turn, says Blade. I think Mad Kiwi will be saying otherwise to that. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for your donations. It is much appreciated. And to be honest, guys, you actually don't know just how much it's going to help at the moment. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but believe you me, guys, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm sort of lost for words. I do appreciate it. It is phenomenal, guys. But yeah, like Clay says, only do it if you can afford it. All right, guys. There's a lot of names here, and all I'm reading is Blades and Mad Kiwi. I'm gonna have to give him a jolly good shake up. But yeah. He had one with Strange As once. What was that? You'd cut the tension with a grippy knife. Heck yeah. My goodness. If I don't pull out one of either a Blades or a Mad Kiwi name, I think the pair of them will go and might not come back. Oh, Mad Kiwi. I shouldn't count that one. Oh, it's taking so long. The tension, the excitement. Who's it going to be? I haven't had to fold up this many names before. From the next live stream, I'm going to have to cut a whole lot more pieces of paper. My goodness. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. Somebody mentioned this a wee while ago. I am going to pull out all your names again, Blade and Mad Kiwi, and I'm just going to have a little jar with just your names in it. And then I can just pull your names out and I don't have to write them down again. Look at that, Digger Mike. There's a few there for Digger Mike. Woo! We're nearly there, guys. Oh, Denny! Oh, you don't have to do that, mate. You don't have to do that at all. What you've done already, J-Toy Coin Rings. We've got some other names here. Woohoo! No, we're back to Mad Kiwi again. Alrighty, Blades and Mad Kiwi. Make a stamp. I should make a stamp, shouldn't I? And Mad Kiwi. Mad Kiwi. Right, here we go. This is huge. I know Brax would have loved to have been here to pull these, but they're in bed. They're back to school tomorrow. So I've got interviews with the teachers tomorrow. Check out their new classes. They're only there for a little bit. And then Tuesday, they are back full time. So I'm going to have the whole house to myself. Woo! Right, I'm actually going to put the lid on that and I'm going to give it a jolly good shake up. Oh, and try not to hurt my shoulder. Yeah, stamp would actually be a good idea, wouldn't it? Or I could just add colours. Do a whole lot of coloured ones for all the different names. Alrighty, who's it going to be, guys? Who's it going to be? Try and do this completely legit. Nobody's saying anything because everybody's got their holding their breath. Get a walk now. Right, I'm going to go right down the bottom, right down the bottom. No, I'm not going to go in the middle. No, I'm going to go left, right, left. Think I've got one. Have I got one? I do. We've got one. You can all see it. Still see it on the screen. Try and be as legit as possible. It had to be, didn't it? It had to be. Blades, you got it, mate. You got it. Sorry, Mad Kiwi. Right, Blades Piggin, mate. You have got another one beside your name. You're on your way. Well done, guys. Hey, thank you so much, though. It's just, yeah. Again, you've completely and utterly humbled me tonight, guys. Your generosity is just huge. Absolutely huge. Yeah. Gonna have to, yeah. Yeah. We'll sort something out for this generosity, guys. I'll do a stream after my surgery, and I think we'll do some pretty epic prizes for that one. And yeah, just as a thank you. You've all I know Blades and Mad Kiwi, you've gone above and beyond, but everyone who's done a super chat tonight, much appreciated. I do really appreciate it. It's really helping this channel. I've got some, yeah. I mean, from last week's stream, I got some ideas going big time on some merchandise. Finally being able to get some merchandise sorted. I owe a bit of merchandise to some people already. And so, yeah, it's going to really help to get that underway and get that going. I've got the Teespring merchandise set up through the channel, but I want to support some local guys doing some merchandise. So, yeah, this could be the opportunity to start getting that done, which is going to be huge. So it's massive, guys. So, yeah, again, much appreciated. Really, really, really thank you. Blades Piggin, sorry, Mad Kiwi. Oh, he rubs it in too. Classic. His pay weeks is Mad Kiwi. Makes up for my injury. Fair enough. Go and get that looked at, mate. Make sure you haven't done anything too major to them, eh? So how many fingers did you cut? Did you do them all, or just your front ones? Yeah, these two. I know most people they'll cut straight through there and there, or through that little join there and there. And I've seen guys cut right down to the knuckles, into the bone there and there. Yeah, hopefully you haven't done it too bad, mate. Don't forget to do the tour. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll set that up with a live stream, poor Dad. We'll do a live stream, and I'll actually live stream out of the garage. And what we might even do is we might even do a bit of sanding or something on one of the knives, and we'll do like an active live stream while I'm making a knife or something, or sanding. Actually, that might not work because of my shoulder. We'll definitely do a tour, but I'll clean it up. It's an absolute pigsty at the moment. I've been making all this, so there's dust everywhere. And yeah, I sort of haven't given it a good clean for a while. There's a lot of shavings, filings, and all the rest of it around. So I'll give it a jolly good clean up, get it all looking real spick and span, and then we'll do a live stream out there. Well, we might start the live stream in here, go out there, have a wee look, and then come back here and finish off. But definitely. Oh, guys. You have no luck. Oh, you do have a nice knife there already, though, Mad Kiwi, don't you? So, yeah. You don't always have bad luck. And bad luck's only what you make of it, isn't it? It could be bad luck, or it could just be a detour in the road to something better. You just never know, eh? Just got to be positive about it. The three middle fingers. Oh, yep. 3 middle fingers. How many fingers you got? I only got 2 middle fingers, mate. I'm guessing you mean these 3 here. Oh, well done. You did do it proper. Just above the knuckle on the tips of the fingers. Oh, so you actually come right off the blade. Oh, wow. Flip. Yeah, you must have been really wailing on the knife then to completely let go of it like that. Gee whiz. Ouch. Nasty. Well, guys, I am going to call it a night. I'm going to toddle off to bed. I am absolutely shattered. My legs are still not working from that big hunt and tramp we did. So I need my recovery and my beauty sleep, as everybody keeps telling me. So, guys, keep an eye out for the upcoming videos. I will try and space them out. I won't just put them all out at once. I'll edit them and drop them maybe over the first couple of weeks of surgery. But yeah, I'll keep you all entertained, and keep an eye out for the upcoming 4,000 sub giveaway video. So that will be pretty epic. There'll be a pretty cool prize with that. And again, that'll be an easy one. That won't cost you anything, Blades and Mad Kiwi. Just yeah, be a subscriber, and yeah, be a subscriber. Leave a comment type thing. I will make it so that if you're a Patreon member, there you will get an extra, because I am trying to push my Patreon. I'm sorry, guys, I don't like doing it. I don't like being pushy and all the rest of it. But Patreon is more beneficial for me with what they pay out compared to YouTube. And there's, like I say, there's more perks on there for you guys as well. So I'm gonna make it as, what they say, dangle the carrot as much as I can for Patreon. So I'm going to make it so that if you join up as a Patreon member, and all current Patreon members as well, we'll probably get a second entry into the giveaway as well. So there's going to be some good prizes on there. I think Jades is going to be supporting it as well and popping something in there again. So yeah, it's going to be epic. Might have to buy. Oh, just hold off, Blade. You're on the track, mate. You keep going the way you're going. You're probably another 3 weeks, and you're probably gonna win one. So, but yeah. Alrighty, guys. Have a great week. Look after yourselves. Be safe. Be well. And until the next one, happy hunting. Be safe. And yeah, Mad Kiwi. Don't tell your missus. Love you guys. Thanks heaps. I'll see you in the next one.